That's right. Whitelist stuff starting now. Yay!
No one said anything because Mia was busy talking.
Oh, really? How rude of you. So I'll tell them that.
No, they can hear you.
I know, but I want you to tell them that too.
They said they can hear you.
Also, Anubiz, you're putting on your viewers and commenters on a very high pedestal there. I hope they're afraid of heights.
Anubis went...
What?
That was my best Anubis impression. He now went, ha ha ha. Boris said, what?
What?
No, that was you, not Boris.
What do you mean? That was me. I didn't say what.
Hang on, Boris is saying something. Sorry, Boris.
I was just going to say, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first and last proper joke for the series.
Boris said, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first proper joke and last proper joke of the series.
And I missed it.
No, he made it.
No,
I made it.
Oh, you're back in Discord. Hello.
Ah, thank you. Sorry.
What boring.
We've maintained very high levels of professionalism across this series.
Yes,
Now,
we have.
So let's get back on track. What are we doing?
I don't know.
We've looked at some
We're building.
stuff.
We need a large ship and a small ship connected.
That's right. I completely forgot that we decided to do that in those few
I've got a
seconds.
nutmobile.
Well, well, Sal voted that we want to. Yes, she kind of voted all on herself, on her own. That we build a train of thought, and use that as an exploration vessel. And then Alman designed a train of thought, but I think so did Jim Hon. And to be fair on everybody, we'll just look at pictures of trains and build a train from memory, so we use nobody's design.
There was another suggestion that I got in my comments was that we should try and find a way to take every single ship that's here and merge them together into our actual ship that we're taking with us.
We discussed that. That's a horrible idea.
I know, but I thought I'd mention it.
That's good. I acknowledged it, and that kind of puts your viewers in a bad light.
No, it was Alman's idea.
He's a viewer, so clearly I can call all of them bad-lighted people.
Yeah. Great.
I like using that as a verb. Bad-lighted people. As in people who are being shown in a bad light. Is that... I think you just added something to the dictionary.
Thank you.
To the
the urban dictionary, not the actual one.
The dictionary.
Did you say Nidtionary?
Yes.
Oh no, that's an idea now. A dictionary.
Boris's brain.
What? No, I thought we were talking about a dictionary that just has Nidd as the first word, so we have our own dictionary.
Does that mean every word has to come after Nidd?
What?
So the first half of the alphabet we can't put in that dictionary.
No, I didn't.
Just only N.
I didn't mean that we out on badly lit people. No, that's B. I can't use this one.
Niddly bit people.
Hang on, am I building another large ship here?
Yes.
I am, aren't I? That's not what I intended to do.
I'm gonna.
Okay, are you attaching that to something, Almond, or are we watching?
I thought I was, but I'm just flying around. Probably going to run into something. Am I attaching this to something?
Asteroid. Yeah.
That ship shape reminds me of the Ugly Barry, which reminds everyone else of something different.
Wasn't Ugly Barry the big blue thing with hydrogen there?
It was the thing that looked like big black cock and balls.
I don't see things like that. Basically, if you cover yourself in these things, you're invisible to me.
You covering yourself in barrels?
Sure. Cover yourself in big black berries and you'll be invisible to me. In fact, I guarantee you, nobody will pay attention to you if you do that in public too.
That's going to be some weird camo.
Blackberries, you know.
Oh my goodness.
Like strawberries for Anubis' viewers.
Blackberries.
Is that a small block?
So, are you naming this episode Big Blackberry?
Maybe. I have to see.
How do you make a large block a small block?
You hit the button again.
What button?
4.
The one that where it's on your.
Ah.
It's like it says that at the bottom of your screen the entire
Where?
time.
Press number
Does that
again to
actually fit
switch
in there?
size. Oh.
No. And I didn't just dent it.
But so back on track,
Yeah.
Track.
because we're going to do something.
15th time.
We
Yes.
need to be on track for once to be back on track.
We need a train.
Actually,
those-
we're in
we need a train
space,
to be on
so
a track.
even though we're
Tracks
making
to
a
get the
train,
train.
we're not on that track.
We're just going to make a
So-
massive track towards the planet.
Why the
And then we have
planet
to
though?
build a train that goes on the track.
We've been there before, can't we?
No.
make
Other
the track?
planets.
The other planets.
Cooler planets.
So-
Okay.
A refresher for the people that joined the series halfway through. I don't know how
And
many of
died.
them there are.
Just old age.
There are, what, 7 planets and moons in this world? Something like that. And I'm the only one that knew of them when I put them in, because I made this world, and then instantly forgot. I have no idea what's in this world. So none of us have any idea of any of the planets or moons. So we were, that was, you know, supposed to be an interesting thing that we would go explore at some point. And so far we have mostly sat in the same place building stuff. So we probably
would-
should go exploring.
We were down on the planet a few times. Anubis
But
likes
we
that
also
part.
spent most
Yeah,
of the last season on that planet.
I explored it.
So, are we now making the train of thought to go exploring?
Originally, I was
We have to-
planning on, you know, grinding down the majority of the other ships that are around here. But yes, let's ignore that and jump right into the more fun bit.
You know, this is just a bullet point list. It's not an instruction manual. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
And then I I kind of wanted to do a very modern thing and go to all of these wondrous planets and go there for 5 minutes to take a selfie and leave, like of all of us, and that
Yeah.
was going to be the challenge. But we could just leave it to Anubis' viewers to come up with the challenge.
No.
Well, I mean, I thought the plan was that we were going to try and build, what was it, like those Russian doll type things, where we
That's
have
right.
we have a large ship which contains a lander which contains
Oh yeah, I like
something
that
that
idea.
would go on planets, right? So we'd fly over to a planet, we'd get into the lander would go down to the planet, then we'd all get into the atmospheric ship, and then we would fly to a good spot to take a picture, and then just get back off the planet and go.
I think the lander bit there is the hard, because we don't know what's out there, and not all of them will have atmospheres,
Right.
different gravity.
So they need to be multi-purpose, I guess, right? So like the lander could probably just be hydrogen, right? Because that works everywhere, and all it has to do is go from the mothership to the planet and back up. Like that's all it has to do is go straight up and down. Once we get down and land, then we need to the atmospheric ship is the one that, you know, it needs to be able to handle planets with atmosphere, and it needs to be able to handle planets without.
Oh. Sorry. Ignore me.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. So both the lander and the what are we calling the exploration ship? I guess they're all exploration ships in a way, but the one that's on the ground. Did you already come up with a name for that?
The one that actually we go around on the ground with, like the.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, just general name, like general descriptive names was, you know, the exploration ship was the one, the actual, like, I was calling it a generation ship, and then I realized that's wrong because we don't want to die on this trip and have our children finish it. But
Minty could,
But,
though. Oh, Minty's
yeah.
still here, but he's not listening to me.
And that he's muted his Discord, which makes me wonder what he's doing and with whom.
They arrive quick in Australia.
That's what she said.
You dare bring this up!
As general terms that we all agree on, we could go with mothership, lander, and explorer. The explorer being the one on the planet.
Those names are not silly enough. You need to laugh every time you mention them. Boris.
Okay, well then you
be creative.
Boris, yeah, change the names.
Oh, I normally, when I name things, I just give them people names.
That's
Gary.
a bad idea.
That's right. It's an adjective and a name, isn't it? That's how Boris does it.
Yeah.
Well, let's call the big ship the Big Todger. Let's call the smaller ship...
Todger's not a name.
It's a body part.
Are you sure that's not a name? It sounds like a name.
It's definitely...
Guess
We
it
could
could
go-
be a name.
We could go with the Todgery
Cruel
Kevin.
parents.
The Todgery what now?
Kevin.
Roger theme.
Yeah, let's call all of the ships Roger. Roger Prime, Roger Lander.
Also, you're going to use, in that case, Roger there as a verb. He's not Roger Prime.
Oh.
This is not getting better from Mia's perspective. He just doesn't know that yet.
Yeah, because I did have a suggestion that we have now created a religion around Roger, and maybe Roger should be the central focus of our ship, and everybody has to worship the Roger.
Hold
our
on,
journey.
if we go on doing about that, we can't have any thrusters or so forth on the ship and just propel the thing using the weird clang drive.
In Roger and see where he takes us.
Oh no. All we need to do is attach several smaller Rogers to the big Roger and it'll be indestructible.
Oh my goodness! Because Roger's just a bunch of balls, right? It reminds me of. Do you remember the NASA landing device that was just it was covered in?
Oh, the
balloons?
airbags. Mm.
What?
Airbag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like we could build a lander that's how we land is actually like giant balloons.
Just a massive metal ball.
Metal ball, yeah, like a bunch of metal balls that are attached, large to small, attached together so it doesn't blow up. When we
Yeah,
hit the
but
ground.
space balls automatically, without powering them, are attracted by gravity here, so that would make liftoff a lot harder.
True. True. Well, like
We
Alan
could
said,
use
we just make
tires.
just tires. Yep. Yeah, we could use tires.
Tired of it.
What? No, that's not what I meant. Never mind then. Anubiz, you return to your idea. That seemed to have merit.
What idea was that?
Exactly that one, thank you.
I know that a lot of very smart people worked on that idea of the attaching balloons to a car, to a
Saying
space
we're
car.
not smart.
But I could have designed that.
Well, Mars is actually one of the hardest types of planets to land on, right? Because it's got that
Yeah. So
perfect
they
amount
just
of
put-
non-atmosphere.
What about Jupiter?
Rocky bodies. How about that?
The sun?
I have one of them.
Rocky bodies. And the sun is not a planet, so you can't use that one.
If we stretch
Close
the
enough.
definition a bit...
Well, then Pluto would be a planet again, and a lot of people would be happy. with
BAM! Solve the problem, everybody's happy.
The stupid dog exists.
What has that to do with a dog?
Pluto.
Pluto.
He's like,
Oh, that dog! Never mind me. I don't want to listen to you anymore.
Clunky hands. That's what we can call one of them.
oh,
Do you have a generator?
I was going to say the random Boris generator has kicked in.
What are we doing? That's right, we're testing the thing, and then we're building the... I'm assuming that the exploration ship, is that what we're calling it? I've forgotten all of the names already. The Todgery Kevin is going to be the train of thought.
Clanky hands.
The train
How
of
about
thought.
we just call it? How about we just have the biggest ship, the mid-sized ship, and the smallest ship.
Okay, so the big tawdry Kevin is going to be the train of thought, and then we drop out the mid-sized ship, the clunky hands, and the little one, whatever that's called.
Hold on.
That's what it's called. Is the whatever that's called is its name.
To appease Anubis's younger viewers, we could just abbreviate the train of thought to thought, which is apparently a cool new term that everybody loves, like fidget spinners.
How about we call it deep thought?
That's too philosophical. They wouldn't understand.
And then the deep thought will spawn out the 42 to land on the planet. And then when we get down to the planet, the 42 will spawn out the ultimate question.
Go home and
I'm not
I like
happy.
this.
I'm not happy driving the ultimate question around the planet. Sounds like I'm pushing it a bit.
I like this.
I like the sound of this. Yeah, it has like a theme and philosophy and great writing.
So that means that the lander has to look like a 42.
Oh Jesus! Go on.
Well, so yeah, so the mothership is named Deep Thought, right? So it has to remind us of Deep Thought, which would be what, like a giant Borg cube with an eyeball on it. We can make it look
I
like...
can do giant Borg cubes. I'm good at that design.
But the
Yeah,
train
like
of
we
thought.
could do it like... Mirror. We could make it look like your logo.
Hold on, which one? The beehive logo?
Oh yeah, the biggest one has got to be train shaped.
your actual like mirror eyeball.
I'm not sure if I would like that.
Oh.
Oh, he's liking this. He's liking this.
Yes, please
That
go
could be
on.
the mothership. Is a sphere, a big sphere that looks like a giant eyeball.
Hold on, is that
And-
payback? Stop it, Almond, for a second. Is that payback for me putting a giant head of yours on the server?
I didn't think of that, but sure.
Yes?
What are you doing, Mia?
Nothing. I'm creating a miracle for the people. That's nothing. Don't listen to me. Go away. Carry on, Anubis. I liked where this was going.
Yeah, so Deep Thought
Time
is
to
a
die.
giant eyeball, right? Because when I think of Deep Thought, I think of like a computer that just has a single eyeball that looks around. So if we could even make a giant cube, because that will make Sal happy. Make a giant cube, and then on the front of the giant cube, we make a mirror eyeball that looks around. Because we have to use things that move so that that they eventually explode, because that's it, space engineers. And then
That's painful.
on
Well,
the bottom of the cube, it would open up, right, and out would come the 42, and the 42 would drop to the planet, and then somehow out of the 42 has to come the ultimate question.
I have a better thing. We should do it the thought thing instead of the eyeball. The thinker. We should
The
make a
thinker.
massive the thinker. You know, the statue.
The statue or the
Oh, the statue
central
of the thinker,
computing
so-
mainframe of Rapture?
The guy that like got his thinking hand on his chin. That one?
Yes.
Aw,
Ah.
you're just trying to ruin my cool vision of having my...
Well,
Head
we
stare
can
down
have the
on
thinker be a
planets.
cyclops and have one giant mirror eyeball.
That is going to be a really large ship if you want to recognize things. We'll be rivaling the rocket clock. Twice. Very cool me now.
I don't know what's happening.
Nobody knows what's happening, so I've started to. I'm making a large ship right now that I'm just going to make a cube, and then I'm going to attach a small ship cube to it, and then I'm going to throw it at the planet and see if it breaks.
Boris, is that your suggestion?
No, I just you're gonna have to put this on the screen now, aren't you?
Yeah,
We've
I've
mentioned-
referenced it.
So in the Skype chat I posted a character from a cartoon show. You were talking about eyeballs. So this guy carries his eyeballs around. I thought I'm going to build that now.
There were 4 of them, all houses together in Nidd Lane. Together lived Boris and Anubiz. Anubiz was always sorry about something. Next door came Minty and Nordic, and Minty really annoyed Nordic by calling him a beast all the time. And the next house was noisy, 'cause Apple and Melon always had domestics. But it was the fourth house that the police were interested in, because Power Suit Sal kept Mir in the closet. They all lived together in Nidd Lane, a colourful place to be. They all lived together on Nidd Lane, although together is a little bit subjective. At Boris's and Anubiz's, there was a man who could be sometimes mistaken for a hobo smelling of alcohol trying to climb the walls. But it's okay, 'cause it was Anubiz's Canadian cousin, drunk Spider-Man, and a little Santa's helper could be seen going house to house. It appeared when someone got tired of almond, they'd just hand them on to the next surrogate parents. They all lived together in Nidd Lane, a colourful place to be. They all lived together on Nidd Lane, although together is a little bit subjective. It seems they pissed off the neighbours, something to do with the Peel P50 dragon children, but that's just Boris. No one questions him, 'cause that's what happens in Nidd Lane.